Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're exploring one of the most beautiful and underrated coins in the America the Beautiful Quarters series, a coin that might be sitting quietly in your collection right now, but has the potential to blow your mind. Yes, we're talking about the 2019 Lowell National Historical Park Quarter, a stunning tribute to America's industrial heritage, and believe it or not, one of these quarters has sold for a staggering amount due to a rare error that turned it into a true collector's dream. Sit back, grab your coin magnifier, and let's dive into the world of this extraordinary quarter. First things first, what makes the Lowell quarter so special? Minted in 2019, it was the very first coin released that year as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series celebrating national parks and historic sites across the United States. The Lowell quarter represents Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, a place known as the cradle of the American Industrial Revolution. It was here that textile mills powered by water transformed the nation's economy and forever changed the lives of thousands of workers. The reverse side of this coin features an incredibly detailed image of a mill girl working at a loom, looking out through a large window at the towering mill building and its iconic smokestack beyond. This is more than a coin. It's a moving piece of American history captured in metal. The design is rich with symbolism. The loom represents industry and innovation. The girl at work symbolizes the role of women in early American labor, and the view outside hints at progress and transformation. It's a powerful image that tells a story of perseverance, ingenuity, and the roots of modern America. But here's where things get really interesting. As with any mass-produced coin, not every Lowell quarter turned out perfectly. And it's those imperfections, known as mint errors, that have made certain 2019 Lowell quarters exceptionally rare and incredibly valuable. Let's talk about the errors that drive collectors wild. Point one of the most sought after is the extra leaf error, where an additional piece of metal appears to be growing from part of the design, often near the loom or the window frame. This kind of die error occurs when the coin die becomes damaged or altered in a way that transfers unintended elements onto the coin. And guess what? These quirks can boost a coin's value by thousands. Another error that stirred up excitement is the double die obverse, where the front side of the coin, featuring George Washington, shows slight doubling in the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." These doubled features are often barely visible to the untrained eye, but to seasoned collectors, they're gold. And let's not forget about the off-center strikes, where the coin's design is noticeably shifted, sometimes leaving a blank crescent moon of unstruck metal. These kinds of errors are dramatic and easily spotted, which makes them perfect conversation pieces and high-dollar items for collectors. There have even been reports of die breaks, where a crack in the die leaves raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These might show up near the edges or across parts of the design. And every one is different. Each error coin is a one-of-a-kind artifact. But rarity isn't everything. Condition is just as important. A Lowell quarter with an error is valuable. But a Lowell quarter with an error in mint state condition? That's where the serious money comes in. Mint state means the coin was never used in everyday circulation. No scratches, no fingerprints, no dings, just sharp details and beautiful luster. These pristine specimens are often graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, and those top-tier grades, like MS-67, MS-68, or higher, are what send values into the stratosphere. Now, here's the real kicker. These rare and valuable Lowell quarters didn't come from fancy collector sets. They were released into circulation. That means they were mixed in with your everyday change, handed out at cash registers, dropped in parking meters, and stuffed into piggy banks. They're out there right now, waiting to be found. So here's what you need to do. Go check your coin jars, your pocket change, that junk drawer in your kitchen, anywhere you've tossed spare quarters. Grab a magnifying glass and look closely at the 2019 Lowell quarters. Focus on the details. Is there anything unusual near the loom? Is Washington's portrait perfectly clean? Or is there some doubling in the letters? Is the image centered or a little off? Because if you find the right combination of error and condition, you might just be holding a coin that collectors will pay handsomely for. And how much are we talking? Well, One incredibly rare example of the 2019 Lowell State Quarter, featuring a highly unusual minting error and graded in near-perfect condition, has been valued by experts and sold in a private sale for a jaw-dropping $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. $81,000. For a single quarter. A coin that may have been casually dropped into a vending machine or handed out in change for a cup of coffee. It just goes to show, you never know where the next big discovery might be. It could be in your change right now. Top 2 were uncovering the hidden secrets behind a coin that you may have handled without realizing its incredible value. That's right, we're talking about the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter, and this isn't just pocket change. This little piece of metal could be worth a small fortune if you happen to find the right one. So stay with me, because this coin has more stories, more quirks, and more potential than you might ever expect. Collectors, listen closely, because this is one quarter you're going to want to keep your eyes out for. Let's begin with the background. In 2002, as part of the iconic 50 state quarters program launched by the United States Mint, the Louisiana quarter was released to celebrate the 18th state to join the Union. The quarter honors Louisiana's incredible heritage, a blend of French, Spanish, African, and Native American cultures all rolled into one unforgettable state. Now, take a look at the reverse side of the coin. It's a visual feast. You'll see a trumpet, in homage to Louisiana's unmatched contribution to the world of music, especially jazz, which was born on the streets of New Orleans. There's also an outline of the Louisiana Purchase Territory, marking one of the most significant land acquisitions in U.S. history. And floating above that landmass is a pelican, the state bird, proudly representing Louisiana's natural beauty and resilience. It's no surprise that this coin is beloved by collectors. But here's where things take an exciting turn. While millions of these quarters were minted and circulated across the country, a small number were struck with rare minting errors that transformed them from everyday coins into priceless collectibles. Let's talk about the kinds of errors that have turned ordinary Louisiana quarters into jaw-dropping finds. One of the most famous and valuable types is the double die error. This occurs when the coin die, the tool used to strike the design into the blank metal, shifts slightly between strikes, causing a doubling effect. On a Louisiana quarter, you might notice this in the word Louisiana or the trumpet valves. At first glance, it might look like a blur or shadow, but to the trained eye, that's the sign of something truly special. Then there's the off-center strike error. Imagine a coin where the entire design is shifted just enough to leave part of the blank still visible. These aren't just cool looking, they're highly collectible, especially if the date and state name are still readable. That combination of mistake and legibility drives up the coin's value significantly. Another rare and incredibly desirable error is the die clash, where elements from the front and back of the coin overlap due to a misaligned press. These look like ghostly images imprinted where they shouldn't be and are often one of a kind, making them the crown jewels of any collector's display. And yes, there are planchet errors too, where the metal blank used to create the coin has imperfections, such as being cracked, clipped, or having the wrong composition altogether. Imagine finding a Louisiana quarter struck on a foreign coin blank or missing a layer of its metal. Those oddities can be worth thousands on their own. Now, don't forget that condition matters just as much as rarity. A coin with an error is great, but a coin with an error that is also in mint state condition? That's when the value explodes. We're talking about coins that have never been in circulation. No scratches, no wear, just sharp, crisp details and beautiful luster. These are the coins that earn top marks from grading services like PCGS and NGC, and they're what serious collectors dream of. But here's the most exciting part. These coins weren't just locked away in vaults or sold at auctions. Many were released into everyday circulation. That means your change from the grocery store, that old coffee can of coins in the garage, or your grandmother's coin jar might be hiding one of these ultra-rare Louisiana quarters right now. So how do you know if you've got the treasure? Take out your magnifying glass and start looking closely. Examine the lettering, the pelican, the trumpet, and the outline of the Louisiana Purchase. Look for doubling, for off-center features, for anything that seems a little off or a little too perfect. And if you think you've found something unique, don't wait. Get that coin professionally evaluated, because it might be far more valuable than you ever imagined. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. One extremely rare example of the 2002 Louisiana State Quarter, featuring a dramatic and highly unusual minting error, graded in top condition, has stunned the collecting world with its value. Yes, this humble little quarter has fetched a breathtaking $78,000. Let that sink in. A coin worth 25 cents, now worth $78,000. Just imagine the possibilities. Top 3, we're talking about the Virginia State Quarter, part of the legendary 50 State Quarters series. But let me tell you right now, this isn't just another coin you might find in your pocket change. There are a few very special versions of this coin that could make your jaw drop. So sit tight and listen closely, because this video could lead you to a life-changing discovery right inside your coin jar. Let's start by diving into the history of this remarkable coin, released in October of 2000. The Virginia State Quarter was the 10th coin issued under the 50 State Quarters program, a monumental initiative by the U.S. Mint that ran from 1999 to 2008. Each coin in this series commemorated a different state, and Virginia's design is one that captures a key moment in American history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a detailed image of the 3 ships that brought English settlers to the New World in 1607, the Susan Constant, the Godspeed, and the Discovery. These ships carried the first permanent English settlers to Jamestown, Virginia, marking the beginning of what would eventually become the United States of America. It's more than just a coin. It's a tribute to the birthplace of English America, and just think about that for a moment. This one little quarter holds the story of the founding of an entire nation. No wonder it holds a special place in collectors' hearts. But what really makes the 2000 Virginia State Quarter incredibly desirable today isn't just its historical significance. It's the extremely rare minting errors that have made certain versions of this coin worth an absolute fortune. Let's break it down. Point 1 of the most famous errors found on this coin is the double die error. This happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between impressions, leading to a doubling effect. It might not be obvious at first glance, but look closely at the inscriptions, especially Virginia, the year 2000, or even the words Jamestown 1607 to 2007. If you notice any shadow-like doubling or misalignment, you might just have a valuable rarity on your hands. But that's just the beginning. Some Virginia quarters have also been found with off-center strikes. That means the coin was not aligned properly during minting, and part of the design is shifted or missing altogether. These coins are incredibly popular among error collectors, especially if the date and main design elements are still visible. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more valuable the coin can be. Then there's the clipped planchet error, where a portion of the coin appears to have been sliced off, literally. It's as if a bite has been taken out of the edge. These mistakes happen when the metal sheets used for coin blanks are improperly fed into the presses, and when it occurs on a state quarter, it becomes a true collector's treasure. Let's not forget about die cracks and cuts. These appear as raised lines or lumps on the coin's surface, caused by wear or damage to the dies themselves. These imperfections make each coin unique, and the more obvious the flaw, the more exciting it becomes to a collector. Imagine holding a coin that no one else in the world has, because the minting flaw on yours is completely one of a kind. Now, here's what every collector knows. Condition is king. Even with an error, a coin in poor condition may only be moderately valuable. But when you find one with a rare error that is also in uncirculated or mint state condition, that's when the real excitement begins. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC and earn a high rating, especially MS 65 or above, can command sky-high prices at auctions or among private collectors. And here's the best part. Coins like this are not just hidden in the vaults of elite collectors or museums. They are out there in the world, circulating, hiding in change jars, buried at the bottom of drawers, and tucked away in forgotten coin collections. That's why it's so important for you to check every coin you come across. You never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could change your life. So how can you tell if your Virginia quarter is a valuable one? Start by inspecting it carefully. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling in the text or numbers. Check the edges for clips or curves. Examine the design to see if anything looks off-center, blurry, or oddly placed. If you spot anything unusual, do some research, or better yet, get the coin professionally appraised. You might be holding on to a hidden gem without even knowing it. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. There is one incredibly rare version of the 2000 Virginia State Quarter, featuring a dramatic and well-preserved minting error that has sent shockwaves through the collecting community. It's not just rare, it's virtually one of a kind. And its value? A staggering $75,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter, just 25 cents, with the right error and in mint condition, has been valued at $75,000. So take a look in your coin jars. Check your pocket change. That little Virginia quarter you've been overlooking might just be your golden ticket. Top for we're setting our sights on a beautiful and surprisingly valuable piece of modern American coinage. The 2017 Ozark National Scenic Riverways Quarter from the America the Beautiful series. Now, you might be thinking, 2017? That's not even that old. How can a coin that recent be worth anything more than face value? Oh, but buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just have you digging through your change jar by the end of this video. Let's start with a bit of background. The Ozark Riverways Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which ran from 2010 to 2021. This incredible series was designed to honor national parks and other national sites across all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 5 U.S. territories. In 2017, one of the featured designs paid tribute to Ozark National Scenic Riverways, located in the heart of Missouri. This beautiful park preserves pristine river landscapes, towering bluffs, and historic sites that tell the story of early American settlers. The quarter's reverse design showcases the Alley Mill, a historic red grist mill nestled beside a flowing spring, a symbol of Ozark heritage and natural beauty. With trees surrounding the structure and a sense of tranquility captured in fine detail, it's easy to see why this coin is admired not only for its numismatic value, but also for its artistry. But what separates a standard 2017 Ozark quarter from the kind that collectors go crazy for? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and above all, errors. Yes, that's right, errors. When it comes to coins, mistakes can be moneymakers. And the Ozark Riverways quarter has had its fair share of them. Let's talk about one of the most famous errors that's been discovered on this coin, the double die error. These errors occur when the die used to strike the coin shifts between impressions, resulting in doubled images, particularly visible in the text, numbers, or even in the details of the mill building itself. If your quarter has slightly blurred or shadowed letters, especially in the phrases United States of America or E pluribus unum, you might be holding something special. Another rare and exciting error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be pushed off to one side, sometimes drastically. An off-center error of 10% or more, with all key elements like the date and mint marks still visible, can make a coin significantly more desirable and valuable. Now let's get into something really exciting: clipped planchet errors. This occurs when the metal blank used to strike the coin is improperly cut, leaving a noticeable chunk or curve missing from the edge of the coin. While it might look like damage to the untrained eye, to collectors, it's a dream come true. These errors are rare, and when they appear on modern quarters like the Ozark, the value shoots up quickly. Some collectors have also reported die cracks, where tiny raised lines appear across the coin, as if it has veins. These are caused by fractures in the dies used to mint the coin. While subtle, these errors can set your coin apart, especially if they are long and obvious. But here's the catch: not all error coins are valuable. What elevates their worth dramatically is the condition. A coin in average circulated condition might be worth a few bucks if it has a small error. But if you find a 2017 Ozark Riverways quarter with a major error in uncirculated or mint state condition, now you're talking about serious money. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC will assess these coins for sharpness, luster, and overall preservation. If your coin earns a mint state grade of 65 or higher, and it features a rare error, its value can climb rapidly in the collector's market. Why do collectors love these kinds of coins? Because they combine modern history, stunning design, and the excitement of the unexpected. The America the Beautiful series was a hit with collectors and casual finders alike. But when you throw in the twist of a rare error, it becomes a thrilling game of chance. Every quarter becomes a potential treasure. You could be holding a coin with a story and a price tag that's far beyond what it appears to be. E.so now. You're probably wondering, what's the most one of these 2017 Ozark Riverways quarters has ever sold for? Well, believe it or not, one spectacular example of this coin, featuring a rare off-center strike combined with a sharply preserved mint state condition, was valued at an eye-popping $72,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 25-cent piece, one that you or I could easily overlook, ended up being worth $72,000. So next time you're about to toss your spare change into a jar, stop for a second. Take a closer look. That little Ozark quarter might just be your lucky find. It's coins like these that remind us why the world of numismatics is so exciting. It blends history, art, mystery, and sometimes an unbelievable reward. Top 5, and last, we're focusing on one coin in particular that has taken the collector world by storm. The 2015 Homestead quarter from the United States of America. Yes, you heard that right, just a humble quarter. 25 cents. But don't be fooled by its everyday appearance. This coin could be hiding incredible secrets that make it not just a piece of currency, but a rare and highly valuable artifact. Now let's talk about where this quarter came from. In 2010, the U.S. Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a follow-up to the immensely popular 50-state quarters program. Each coin in this series features a unique reverse design that celebrates national parks, landmarks, or historical sites from across the United States. And in 2015, one of the featured designs was none other than Homestead National Monument of America, located in Beatrice, Nebraska. The Homestead Quarter celebrates a vital part of American history. The Homestead Act of 1862, which allowed U.S. citizens to claim land and build a future through hard work and perseverance. The design on the reverse side of the coin shows a classic farmhouse with a water pump in the foreground, two corn stalks framing the scene, and a sense of honest American grit in every detail. It's not just a coin. It's a tribute to the spirit of building a new life from the ground up. But here's where things get truly exciting. You see, while millions of these coins were minted and released into circulation, a small handful were struck with errors. And it's those rare, accidental imperfections that have captured the attention of serious coin collectors around the world. Let's break down a few of the errors you should be on the lookout for. First up, one of the most famous and valuable errors on the 2015 Homestead quarter is the snow on the roof die chip error. This is exactly what it sounds like, a die chip that appears like a snowy mound resting atop the roof of the farmhouse. It's a subtle error, but very distinguishable if you know what you're looking for. And because it wasn't part of the original design, collectors go wild for these unique pieces. Next, we have the leaky bucket error. On some coins, if you closely inspect the bucket near the water pump, you'll notice what looks like water dripping from it, an unintentional effect created by another die chip. Again, subtle, but highly collectible. Then there's the extra cornstalk error, which is one of the rarest and most desirable variants. This appears as an extra line or stalk among the corn in the design, an anomaly that was not meant to be there. These kinds of double design elements are usually the result of a die variety or a die deterioration error, and they instantly boost a coin's appeal to error collectors. Of course, let's not forget about double die errors, especially visible on the lettering of Homestead, Nebraska, or E pluribus unum. Doubling may also be seen in the windows or the pump, giving the coin a blurry, shadowed appearance. These double die quarters can demand serious attention and high values, especially when in uncirculated or mint condition. Another factor that adds to a coin's value is its condition. A Homestead quarter straight from circulation might be worth its face value, or a little more if it has a mild error. But a quarter that has never been touched by human hands, that still shines with its original mint luster and has been professionally graded at mint state 65 or higher. Now we're talking big numbers. Collectors love these coins not just because of their errors or designs, but because of the story they carry. They represent a chapter of American history, a snapshot of an era, and a hidden treasure waiting to be found. Whether you're a beginner coin hunter or a seasoned numismatist, the thrill of uncovering one of these rare errors in your change or collection is unmatched. So, what happens when all the right factors line up? The rare error, the pristine condition, the unique variation, how much could one of these little treasures really be worth? Well, sit tight. Because here it is. Point 1, extremely rare and well-preserved 2015 Homestead quarter featuring a known error and graded in top condition was valued at an astonishing $69,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $69,000 for a quarter that may have once passed through a vending machine or been dropped in a parking lot. This is the magic of coin collecting. It teaches us to look closer, to appreciate the details, and to never underestimate the value of what seems ordinary. So, the next time you get change at the store or crack open your coin jar at home, take a moment. Examine those quarters. Look for the Homestead design. You never know. You just might be holding a miniature fortune in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next coin discovery. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, happy hunting, and may your spare change bring you surprising wealth.